was BTS's first concert in Brussels yesterday, a silent witness to the biggest and boldest declaration of love in K-pop history. Why did the thousands of armies packed into the stadium suddenly go into hysterics? Not just because of the stunning choreography, but because of the intense gaze that seemed to break down the secret walls between Taehyung and Jungkook on stage. What really happened when the stadium lights dimmed, leaving behind an intimate moment that left the world wondering if this was a true confession from a true couple? If you thought this concert in Belgium was just another music show, get ready, because what Taehyung and Jungkook demonstrated that night transformed the entire dynamic we once knew into an unforgettable romance. As soon as the concert began, the atmosphere inside the Brussels stadium instantly transformed into a magical sea of light, from the light sticks sparkling in every corner. However, the highlight of the night was completely absorbed by the incredibly intimate interaction between Taehyung and Jungkook, who from the very beginning of the song displayed a closeness that transcended the limits of stage professionalism. Every time the melody of love played, Jungkook never took his eyes off Taehyung, gazing at him with such a depth of genuine emotion that it was as if the thousands of spectators around them had suddenly vanished. Taehyung returned that intense gaze filled with admiration and protectiveness with his sweetest shy smile, creating a magical moment that left the entire stadium holding its breath before erupting in hysterical screams, witnessing the sincerity of a bond so palpable before their eyes. The crowd's excitement spiraled out of control as the concert entered a casual on-stage chat session, where Jungkook spontaneously walked up to Taehyung with his microphone in hand. Amidst the expectant silence of the stadium, Jungkook slowed his pace and remarked in a deep voice that while Brussels was beautiful that night, there was someone on stage who was far more beautiful, with his eyes fixed directly on Taehyung. Hearing such straightforward words, Taehyung's face immediately flushed with embarrassment, an adorable expression that was immediately captured by the stadium's giant screen cameras. Jungkook didn't stop there, instead stepping closer and putting his arm around Taehyung's shoulder as if to emphasize to the world the comfort and happiness they felt together, making the grand stage atmosphere suddenly feel warm and personal. Seeing the interaction that was getting the audience's hearts racing, the group's leader swiftly lightened the mood with his trademark humor, instantly sparking roars of laughter. Shaking his head and laughing heartily, Rem interjected that the world that night seemed to belong only to the two of them, while the other members were just strangers renting the place. This joke was immediately picked up by Suga, who added that they had to pay rent for the stage because they were using it for a date, while Jin playfully pretended to cover the camera lens to prevent his younger brother's intimate moment from being constantly highlighted. The full support, hearty laughter, and warm teasing from all the BTS members were a clear testament to the strength of their relationship, with no awkwardness whatsoever, but rather a safe space filled with positive energy for Taehyung and Jungkook to express themselves freely. The phenomenon that occurred on the Belgian stage sparked a massive wave of discussion across various global digital platforms. Millions of eyes were captivated by how an international-scale music show could transform into a space for such emotional and open expression. Many entertainment observers noted that the dynamic displayed by these two lead singers brought a new dimension to the industry, where the boundaries between stage personas and honest feelings melted into a beautiful harmony. Their courage to showcase such a tender human side before tens of thousands of eyes immediately became a hot topic of conversation, even among those new to the world of K-pop. The magical power of the evening's series lay in the small details that escaped the naked eye but were captured by the camera lens. Synchronized body movements, the way they adjusted their steps as they shifted positions, and even simple hand gestures enhanced the entire choreography. Every passing second seemed designed by fate to demonstrate that the best communication doesn't always require long strings of words, but rather simply a shared frequency of understanding. This is what made their debut show in the fashion capital feel so sacred and different from their previous tours. Behind the dazzling lighting, the atmosphere of camaraderie that surrounded the entire group was no less impressive for observers. The mutual respect and comfort created among these 7 talented men demonstrated that their relationship transcended mere colleagues working under the same agency. When the oldest member shared a refreshing joke, it wasn't just a scripted entertainment, but a reflection of a deep and sincere sense of family. The togetherness forged over the years allowed each member to feel free to express their true selves without fear of judgment from those around them. The impact of this emotional event quickly spread to various music-loving community forums around the world, creating an extraordinary positive synergy. Many individuals reported gaining inspiration about the meaning of loyalty and total acceptance of the happiness of those they love through the video clip. Expressions of joy and well-wishes poured in endlessly, filling social media timelines with heartwarming messages of peace. This phenomenon simultaneously shattered the negative stigma surrounding fierce competition in the entertainment world, transforming it into a celebration of freedom of expression and genuine mutual support. If we look back at their career journey from their early debut to their current peak of popularity, this kind of emotional closeness is actually nothing new. Growing together from adolescence to adulthood has forged a bond that is incredibly strong and unshakable by any rumors. The experience of facing the ups and downs of the creative industry together has only strengthened their sense of trust and protection for one another. Therefore, what the audience witnessed in the Belgian capital last night was just the tip of the iceberg of a bond that has become deeply rooted in their real lives. The success of this first night also set a new standard for subsequent concerts in their ongoing world tour. The massive public enthusiasm has led to a surge in ticket sales for the following dates, eager to experience the magical atmosphere firsthand. Many predicted that the golden moment in Brussels would be a significant turning point, further solidifying their position not only as global pop icons but also as symbols of universal unity and love. The positive energy radiating from the stage seemed to spread to everyone in attendance, leaving a lasting impression that was hard to forget. Through this colorful narrative, we were invited to see another side of the lives of idols, often filled with the pressures of busy schedules and high public expectations. The relaxed, laughter-filled moments between songs served as a precious oasis, restoring their humanity amidst the glitz and glamour of fame. Witnessing them laughing freely with their loved ones was a truly comforting sight for anyone who sincerely admires their work. It reminded us all that beyond their shining stardom, they are individuals deserving of true happiness in life. In closing this in-depth review of this magical evening, let us continue to spread good energy and positive support through various wise means. Every photo, video clip, and memory of togetherness created in Brussels will be neatly preserved in the history of their aesthetic journey. Let's look forward to what other wonderful surprises the upcoming cities will bring while maintaining respect for their privacy. Please share your best opinions and interesting analysis of this exciting concert, and be sure to stay connected to this channel for more exciting updates in the future.